Hey guys, quick tip and shameless plug here too. Over the last 2 weeks, I've had a number of clients that have brought up some topics about frustrations with limitations with their goals. They're working their butts off. They are very consistent and they're actually very experienced exercisers or some high level athletes. And they're just kind of hitting walls, they're hitting plateaus and they're grinding, they're frustrated, they want to change. So we've had a bunch of conversations lately, and I just want to share some of these thoughts because all too common in our industry are these concepts of fads and styles of working out that are one size fits all, and it's not that way. And exercise isn't just individual specific, but it's even like timeline specific. So certain types of cardiovascular activity should be done before other types, and understanding the organization of those in a long-term program is really critical to breaking through some of these plateaus. So a couple quick tips. Number one, intensity doesn't always equal success. Right? Some of these conversations we've had in here lately have been people that have been grinding in HIIT workouts, almost every day of the week. And they're beating themselves down with high heart rate work, doubled over an exercise bike. Completely smashed, and then wondering why their body isn't changing. Well, just as much as we need to give ourselves a stimulus to change, we also need adaptation time and recovery time. And as far as cardiovascular efforts and adaptations from that perspective, we've got a number of different energy systems that we use a combination of, and we need to make sure that we vary this like sliding scale of intensity where we hit it to get a different adaptation. So if there's no variety and it's just nothing but intensity, you might get some pretty good results initially when it's just a shock to the system, but your lack of recovery and adaptation is going to really kind of stunt your growth there. So a lot of times we figure out our nutrition plan first, right? We think this is the way that I'm going to eat, and we get really tied to it, and almost like we look at it like a religion. Like, I'm a low carb guy, or I'm a vegan, or I'm going to go Mediterranean, or whatever it is. We don't factor in the demands of the exercise program that we're also applying, or maybe we've recently changed. So we have to look at nutrition as healthy eating as a baseline, but then after that, when we're talking about quality and then we get into like the numbers and the timing, it's related to the exercise stimulus for the program that we're in. So that conversation can't be had without combining both of those things. Third thing I want to share, besides our intensity isn't everything, we have to modify our intensity ranges, right? Our number 2 tip there was we need to make sure we talk about nutrition hand in hand with our exercise strategy. And our number 3 tip is we need to set really good baselines. If we're not measuring, it's really, really difficult to measure change. So we don't know what kind of an adaptation we're getting. And feelings, I hate to say it, but they don't tell you much, right? So when we measure baselines, like for example, this is bike testing week in here. We have a bunch of people that are going to have a spring and early summer bike season, race season. So if we're looking to set up a training plan, we need to understand numbers so we can provide a specific stimulus on how to train. So when we talked about those energy systems that change, we need to make sure that we understand how to hit each of those, the stimuli or adaptation we want with a different intensity. So we need measurables. So today, along with 3-4 other people in here, I put myself through a 25-minute beat down of a bike test. Yesterday was a 5-minute max effort test. And these are just targeting different intensities to get data points so I know where I am now, and then I can set up goals based on that. I can also give myself a stimulus to change that I know is accurate because it's based upon the data that I just collected. And all too often we either don't go hard enough when it's supposed to be hard, or we go a little too hard when it's supposed to be easy, and that really affects our adaptation and recovery. So those are 3 big tips today. Just wanted to get that off my chest, share it with you guys because it's been the topic of conversation lately. Look us up if you need any clarity on those things, or you feel like you're hitting a plateau, struggling with your nutrition or your exercise program. Thanks, have a great day.